Meet my never lucky Iron Man, forks only, no spoons allowed here. After maxing my main and nearly maxing my Iron Man, I wanted to try something new. RuneScape with getting unlucky on every grind in the game. If I get any drop before the drop rate, I can't use or keep it. Valuable items will periodically be given out to viewers and subs. My goal is to complete the Inferno, and I'm not going to stop there. Please subscribe to my only forks. I mean, forks only. What is up, gamers? FCast and Chill here. So, if you remember last episode, we got to the Barrows drop rate and did 350 kill count, and now I'm going to have to give a bunch of that stuff away. So I had it so that everyone who commented in the first 24 hours of the video got entered into the giveaway, and then I selected randomly. But here I am, you can see I've just dropped all this other stuff that I have, because, you know, I had lots of other stuff to give away, not just the Barrows items. And I have a big pile of valuable stuff here, and I'm picking it up on my main. And then I need to go get the Barrows items and drop those to him too. So I got all my noted Barrows items here in my inventory, and I'm just going to start dropping these. And then there they are all on the ground, and so I'm just waiting here on my main, since you have to wait for about a minute before they spawn. Typically, if I was transferring items over, I would just go kill myself in Wildy, because then my other account could pick them up immediately, but, you know, since this is a hardcore, that's not going to work out too well. So, oh shit, there's someone else in the... Okay, yeah, I didn't think anyone else would come down here, but I'm just going to pick everything else back up so he can't get any of it. Ooh, that was a little scary. That would have been really bad if he ended up stealing all that stuff. Alright, I guess I'm going to go somewhere a little bit more remote to transfer these items. Alright, surely no one is going to go upstairs in the inn in Varrock and come here, so I think this should be safe to drop everything. So I'm going to get my main over here and then try this again. Alright, here we go. Now I've dropped all my Barrows items that I got on the floor there, and you can see that's quite a nice chunk of GP. And then you can see them disappearing here as my main is picking them up. So again, sad that I'm not going to be able to keep that Carol's leather top or any of the other goodies that I got here, but that's okay. I'm excited to be able to sell all this stuff and give it away to you guys. So I'm gonna, you know, just head over to the Grand Exchange now that I'm picking it all up and see how much I get from it. And after it all sold, you can see here it looks like it was about 10.3 million, just slightly under that. And so we're going to give that away to a lucky winner that I'm going to announce later in this episode. But anyway, let's get back to the progress on forks and start knocking stuff out. So if you remember a while back, I got a gout tuber. I never actually finished the Karamja Diary, and I'm going to go do that now because I really want to get the Karamja Hard Diary completed. This is for a couple reasons. So one is once you complete the Karamja Hard Diary, you can get the Karamja gloves, and those have unlimited teleports to the gem mine that's below Shiloh Village. And so this will be really useful for training Slayer, since I can just teleport to the gem mine and then immediately run up to Duradel and get a Slayer task from him. That's one reason. The other is I actually want access to that gem mine. So if you're not aware, the gem rocks, if you're wearing a charged Amulet of Glory, you can mine them very quickly. And I need more gems. It's kind of hard for me to get gems on this account otherwise, without mining. And, you know, I've used up a ton of my emeralds for Rings of Dueling for doing the Barrows grind. And I, you know, will also want some other gems for other types of jewelry. So I'm going to try to knock out both the Karamja medium and hard diaries, and we'll get into that. That said, you know, like, I know I've been doing Barrows a lot. You know, I did the 350 kill count. I'm still going to be doing Barrows in the background, but I don't think I'm going to show my Barrows drops and kill counts every episode. I'm going to wait until I get closer to potentially getting all the items I want from Barrows, or even just getting all of them. And then I'll post a Barrows update video later in the future. Might be a while depending on how my luck turns out, but in the meantime, we're just going to work on other ways to progress the account. So, like I said, I'm going to knock out this diary. Another thing that's good for the diaries is, you know, I get lamps that I can use on herb lore, and I need to get more herb lore XP. So yeah, let's just get to it and keep these diaries going. All right, and then I've been doing the medium and hard tasks at the same time here. You can see the last medium task I have here is just chartering a ship from the shipyard over here. and so that's where I'm heading right now. I've also knocked out most of the hard tasks, but one of them is to actually craft nature essence from the nature altar, and I don't have a nature talisman, so this poses a problem for me. I could get the nature talisman from killing things. There you go, as you can see I completed the medium tasks, so that's nice. But so the nature talisman, I could get it from killing some of the abyssal creatures, but that might take a while. My other option is I could just run into the abyss. I have to go through the wilderness a little bit, but it would save me a lot of time, and I should be able to craft some nature runes if I do it that way. So I think I'm going to try that, and we'll just hope for the best that I don't get slapped down and wildy and lose my hardcore status. Alright, and this will be my last task for the Karamja Diary. Got some dragonhide armor on, and got an axe and pickaxe to potentially get through to the center of the abyss quicker, and a lot of food, so hopefully this will go okay. Definitely scary going in the wilderness with the hardcore. If you're not familiar, the wilderness is an area where player versus player combat is enabled, so other players could attack me here theoretically. But I only have to walk a few steps into it, and luckily I don't see anyone, so I just need to teleport here using this mage, and I should be good now. So that's good, not too frightening, but now I just need to find one of the things that I can use. Here we go. Here's this little tube here, and I can squeeze through here to get to the nature altar. So this has all the different rune crafting altars in the center here, and so I just need to find where the nature is. I think looks like it's over here, so I'm gonna go in here, and then if I use this essence that I have in my inventory to craft a nature rune, then I should have completed my hard diary. So let's do it. Let's click it there, and there we go. You've completed all the hard tasks in your Karamja area. Pretty nice. So let's go claim those rewards, and then I can get to mining some gem rocks later. So I'm going to get the rewards here for the easy, medium, and hard diaries all at once. You can see I've done all the easy tasks in my diary. And so I get a lamp and my Karamja gloves. So I'm going to use that lamp on herb lore. And there's the medium tasks in my diary as well. And I need to actually make room before I can complete the hard ones. So I'm going to go ahead and use these lamps up. But yeah, I'm really happy to get these knocked out. I'm probably going to spend some time knocking out a lot of the other diaries pretty soon, just to train my herb lore a little bit more. I do want to get 70 herb lore pretty soon, and I'm not too far away from it. The reason I want 70 is it's actually a requirement for Song of the Elves. I don't know if any of you have been following along with Settled's videos on his Tile Man, but his recent grind has been getting all the quest requirements for Song of the Elves, and I'm going to be doing that too, because I really want to get a quest point cape. And so pretty soon, actually, I'm going to spend some time getting my quest point cape and getting all the requirements for that. But as you can see, I just teleported straight to the gem mine here. And yeah, pretty exciting. I can now mine these gem rocks under here. Like I said, I need to equip a charged Amulet of Glory so that you can mine them more efficiently. But this is going to be a great way for me to get any kind of gem. And I'm really happy I've now unlocked it. So now I'm back here with my charged Amulet of Glory, and you can see like how quickly these gem rocks actually get mined. Normally without the glory they take quite a while, but you can see here it's very quick, and you can get all kinds of gems from it. And yeah, I already mined enough of the gem rocks earlier to be able to be on drop rate for everything, so I don't have to drop any of these gems either, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I'm going to hang out here for a little bit, get some of these gems mined, and it's actually really good mining XP too, surprisingly. I think I can get somewhere in the ballpark of like 55 to 60k XP an hour with my rune pickaxe here. So that's going to be helpful too, because I actually need 72 mining for a quest, and I'm going to have to get that at some point. But anyway, yeah, just going to mine some gems here for a little bit and bank them. And then we're going to get into knocking out an item on my Inferno checklist that I still want to get. So I mentioned before that I want to be able to get a rune crossbow to do my Infernal cape. And not just for that, the rune crossbow will be a big upgrade for a lot of content in general. Currently for ranged, I'm using a magic short bow as well as a bone crossbow. And the magic short bow is great and all, but it doesn't have very high accuracy. It's very good DPS, but the accuracy is low. So on enemies with higher defense where my accuracy will be reduced, I'm going to want to get a rune crossbow. Since, it won't do as much damage per second on low defense monsters as the rune shortbow will, but for anything that's high defense, the accuracy will be so much better that it'll be a big upgrade. And so I need to get that somehow. So the typical way that people get a rune crossbow on an Iron Man account is they kill the crazy archaeologist, since he drops it with about a 1 in 26 rate. However, the crazy archaeologist is right inside the wilderness. And so since I'm a hardcore, I figured that might not be a good idea. There are a couple other options that I could do. I could try to complete some elite clues to get one. I think it's about a 1 in 6 or so from an elite clue, but honestly, given my restrictions, I don't see myself completing very many elite clues anytime soon. And so I have to be a little bit more creative. So if you remember a while back early on in this account, I did a lot of woodcutting and fletching to make some money early on. And so I actually have the fletching level required to fletch my own rune crossbow. That said, I need the runite limbs themselves to be able to fletch them together. And if you try to make those through the smithing skill, then that's going to be a bit painful because you need 91 smithing. So I don't know if that's a good option either. But I was looking at drop tables, and the runite limbs actually drop from different types of dragons. And so you can see here on the drop table, steel dragons are just a 1 in 16 drop for the runite limbs. So my plan is I'm going to go kill some steel dragons, get to this drop rate, keep killing them, and then get my runite limbs, and then from there I should be able to fletch my own rune crossbow, and then I'll have my huge upgrade. So let's go ahead and go do that. So here I am in the Brimhaven Dungeon, making my way over to the steel dragons. So the problem with steel dragons is they have really high defense, and if you don't own like a dragon hunter lance or dragon hunter crossbow, they could be kind of a pain to kill. But their magic defense is a lot lower. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring Ivan's Blast, as I have for so many other enemies, and just Ivan's Blast them down. I also don't have the herblore level to make anti-fire potions yet, so I'm going to be bringing my anti-dragon shield, and that should help protect me. So they're still a little dangerous and scary, but I should be safe with a lot of food and my Ivan's Blast setup. So as you can see, I'm just running through Brimhaven Dungeon, and let's go kill some steel dragons. Alright, and then here we are here, and this room has iron and steel dragons in it, so I'm going to try to avoid the iron ones and just kill the steel. So I'm going to just hang out here and flick my prayers so that they can't melee me, and Ivan's Blast them down. I think these kills are going to take me a little while, somewhere in the ballpark of a minute to a minute and a half per kill. But, getting 16 of them shouldn't take that long at all. So yeah, and I can bank some more dragon bones, which is always nice for prayer XP. Hopefully I can get the runite limbs in maybe like 2 trips or so that I don't have to keep taking the long trek back here. But I'm really excited. We're gonna have a rune crossbow pretty soon, so let's just keep killing these guys. Well, and there's my 3rd kill count, as you can see by the 3 dragon bones in my inventory, and I already got some runite limbs, so a little unfortunate I can't pick those up, but that's okay. I mean, a 1 in 16 isn't that rare, so this really shouldn't take too long either way. One other thing I want to mention, even with the anti-dragon shield, these guys can still hit up to, I believe, 5 with their dragon fire breath. Yeah, there was a 5 right there. So what I'm doing here is I'm running into melee range when I attack them, and that means that some of their attacks will be melee instead of all dragon fire. And then my protect from melee prayer can block those. So it actually makes me take reduced damage when I run into melee range. Just a cool little tip there. But yeah, just gonna hang out here, keep flicking, and try to get to that 16 kill count. And as you can see here, I've run out of food now, and in my inventory I have 20 dragon bones, so I've killed 20. Well over the drop rate for the runite limbs, so now let's go deposit these and get back in there and hopefully get some limbs on my next trip. And here I am back in the Brimhaven Dungeon, killing more of these steel dragons. As you can see, I got a runite bar drop from one of them, so that's actually something I picked up to give away to you guys later. But yeah, just gonna keep going, and oh, would you look at that? That's actually my runite limbs right there. So I believe that was 27 kill count, so not too bad at all. about what's expected after getting the 16 and then another 11. So yeah, super exciting. I am now going to be able to make my rune crossbow. So we're going to do that. Take these limbs and let's go ahead and teleport out of here. So to make the crossbow, I need to just, get the bowstring and sinew and stuff, but that all should be very quick. So let's go ahead and skip ahead and do that. So I'm cutting some yew logs here into a crossbow stock, and then I can combine that with my runite limbs here to make the crossbow. I guess I need a hammer to do that. But once I grab my hammer, then I can combine this stock with the limbs, and now I have an unstrung crossbow. And then I just need to go get the crossbow string, which you can actually get from cooking beef. So if you have some raw beef and you cook it on a range, it can turn into sinew, and then you can spin that at a spinning wheel into a crossbow string. So let's do that. All right, and then I got my sinew here, and I'm just coming over to this spinning wheel in the Lumberage Castle, and I'm gonna turn that into a crossbow string and fletch it. And there we go. I now am the owner of a rune crossbow, the crossbow that I am going to use to take down the Inferno, which is a little crazy, but yeah, it looks really nice. I look like really powerful here, just holding my rune crossbow in one hand, and it just feels really good to have that checked off the list. So you can see that's another item off my Inferno checklist. Still a long way to go, but it's good to start making some baby steps and getting what I need. Another really good thing about this rune crossbow is it's going to be great for some of the quest bosses that I'm going to have to do coming up here. So really, I think, I'm going to keep working towards these items on my Inferno checklist, but I might take a slight detour and try to get my quest point cape, because I think that's going to be really fun to do on a hardcore. So I think, next episode we're going to dive into what I need to do for my quest point cape and work toward that. But first, I promised you guys a giveaway announcement, so let's just go ahead and do that. And you can see here, I have a list of all the commenters who commented in the first 24 hours on my video from the Barrows. And I'm using this random number generators. There's this random function in Excel that gives you a random number between 0 and 1. And so what I've done is I've set this sheet up, so when I paste in this random function in column C, it will create random numbers for everybody, and whoever gets the highest random number will be highlighted in green, and then they will be the winner. So let's go ahead and do that. Just gonna copy that, paste it in, and let's see who gets the highest number. And there we go. And it looks like Glitchy Ant is who got highlighted in green with a 0.952. So Glitchy Ant, you are the winner of this giveaway, so congratulations. I will be reaching out to you and we will give you all this gold. Like I said, it's just under 10.3 million. So congrats. And then here I am on my main account, iGoodMath, appropriately named, I think at least. And this is Glitchy Ant here, so I am giving him that 10.3 mil that I got from all those items before, and just gonna trade that away to him, and that's it. So good to see I had a good chunk of money to give away to someone. That's, a bond and a half or so. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to do that, and we'll have some more giveaways in the future as we get to some more grinds. I'll just keep banking stuff up for now. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna start working toward my quest point cape, and we'll talk about that more in the next episode. So thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and I will catch you guys later.